Another topic that, not topic, but example of almost that same thing. I wrote down. I had three conversations. This is another one that's just similar to like with the all everything we've mentioned so far. Is uh, Chris has a roommate named Cora, and she was talking about how she's in like some kind of sciencey university, something something for food or something, and she just learned like the that you shouldn't like that you shouldn't or why you shouldn't or something about why you don't eat something really hot and then something really cold, and then uh, Chris said he learned that too. Like he read it in a book just a couple years ago, and like they're just like learning these things. And then that was after they heard me talking with somebody else for a while. And then Cora was like, "You seem really smart. When was it?" And I was like, "Okay, maybe." And then she's like, "Yeah, but you have like knowledge and stuff. So like, when did you learn that you shouldn't eat hot things and then cold things?" And I was like, like what? This random piece of knowledge. And then I like instead of answering the question directly, I started to talk about how like most of your learning is just going to come if you're like present and washing dishes or something. It's like when is the first time that you learned that light switches usually turn on and not off? Like that basic thing is like you can't really point to a moment you learned it. You probably, once in a while turn one on and it's like okay, there's it's consistent, and then once in a while you find one that turns off and it's like, oh, okay, that's different, but most of the time you just turn them on, and like you just do that by being aware and doing it, and it's like, okay, that's how it works. And then she was like, no, but like this one piece of knowledge, like really trying to hammer in just, but like when did you learn this one thing? And then eventually Chris was beside me washing dishes and then she was there and a couple others, and I was like, the very first time I ate something hot and then ate something cold, and I happened to be present in the moment. And then if I didn't learn it that time, if I did it, I would have noticed because I was present in the moment that time. And then the next time, if that happened again, I ate something hot and cold, and I happened to be present in the moment, then I learned it that time because I was like, oh, look, this happens. And then they're like, oh, just being present in the moment. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Most of your learning is like when you're not thinking and not like trying to learn knowledge and all this other stuff, and you just happen to be where you are and you're letting stuff assimilate and things are working out, and then you're aware. That's it. That's
Well,
where all learning is.
yeah, I mean, you can read in a book, don't eat something hot after something cold, and unless you're paying attention when it happens, then you're not going to actually experience. Oh, this is something I don't want to do. You know,
Yeah.
and it says you don't want to do this. Well, I'm not going to actually know that unless I'm actually experiencing it, and that takes some awareness.
And then the almost like the lack of presence too of, if you do something like smoke a cigarette and then cough after, there's no presence, no presence. You can know how it's working and all that. So the knowledge didn't help anyway. So what was the point of the knowledge? It's like the belief and the experience and the way you are that has to change for the knowledge to even mean anything. So why would you even read a book? Like unless you're going to be where you are and like learn to live, then any knowledge is useless. So what are you going to school for if you can't even be present in the moment? Learn to be present in the moment, then you go to school. They're doing it all wrong. Yeah, that's
As Christian Murty says, there's one book, and you read it, and it's life.
fun.
Yeah, and one page is the whole book. So, or back to the definition of ARN, where and what Krishnamurti says, that he said the same thing his whole life, but he said it 1,000 ways. That's what ARN is.
Yeah, very much.